for this Packers passing offense. So let's flip it the other way and talk about the Vikings defense as we welcome in Booger Macfarland, who will call tonight's game with Joe Tessitore. So we're going to talk about another LSU guy, right? But this time, it's defensive end Danielle Hunter. So unbelievably explosive. What makes this guy so good?
Well, not only is he explosive, he's underappreciated. I think when you start talking about the better players in this league, especially defensive end, he doesn't get talked about enough, and he plays the run as well as the pass. And I think when you look at him physically, he's the guy you want coming off the plane first. He's got long arms, and he can play physical in the run game, engage blocks, shed blocks, and make the tackle, setting the edge. You hear that a lot from a defensive end, and he can do it. This may be the best play I've seen a defensive player make all year. Sacked, fumble, he's down on the ground, but that's not the best part. Watch him get up off the ground after he calls the sack fumble and lead Adenabo to the end zone. Find a play that's better than that by a defensive end this year in football. I'll wait, as a young kid say. I love him because he plays every down. It doesn't matter if it's just a pass rush down or run down. He can give you what you want, taking on blocks, shedding. And if you're a person sitting at home watching tonight and you're thinking defensive player of the year, you're probably going to go with Chandler Jones or Stephon Gilmore. This guy deserves to be in that conversation. He may not get it, but he's starting to make a name for himself as one of the premier, if not the premier, three-down defensive end in football.
Yeah, there's no question. Look, when you think of coaching staffs, right, you think of the most important coaches on the coaching staff outside of the coordinator. You think offensive line coach, defensive line coach. Minnesota has a defensive line coach named Andre Patterson, who, when Danielle Hunter came out in the draft, many people thought he was just a project. A great-looking athlete who really didn't have a pass rush package, didn't have a whole lot to work with. Andre Patterson has molded this guy into an absolute beast. And between him and Everson Griffin, you tell me who really, you can say there's people who have comparable athletes that play defensive end. No one has better athletes that play D-end. And this could give Aaron Rodgers trouble tonight because the teams that we've seen really get after him on the perimeter, guys who can really just come screaming with power or speed, have given them trouble. That tape against Chargers gave them trouble.
Yes.
The San Francisco 49ers gave them trouble. 99 and 97 tonight. Look for those two numbers, Hunter and Griffin, to be called tonight.
And these are huge ends. Everson Griffin, 270, 275, Hunter, 265.
Yeah.
These are big, physical men, which, oh, by the way, feeds into what Mike Zimmer wants, which is a big, physical football team.
Hunter selected to his second Pro Bowl. I'm thinking maybe all Pro too, but for the time being, his jersey's going to the Hall of Fame with a whole bunch of legends. Boog, as always, thank you for coming downstairs, and we look forward to the call today.
I appreciate it.
Okay, back to Vikings offense as we roll on, and the unlikely nickname that Kirk Cousins has earned from his offensive line. An alter ego unleashed ahead.